Narrator voice. Have you ever lived next to someone so inconsiderate, so utterly self-centered, that you started fantasizing about petty revenge just to stay sane? Well, I didn't just fantasize. I found a way to make this guy suffer every single night without him ever knowing it was me. Beat. Let's just say, his air conditioner became my secret weapon. If you've ever wanted to get revenge on a noisy, obnoxious neighbor who made your life miserable, you're going to love this story. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell, because sometimes the quietest revenge is the most chilling one of all. 5 years ago, I lived in a duplex apartment, 2 homes sharing one thin, miserable wall. My side was peaceful, clean, and quiet, or at least it used to be. Then he moved in. Let's call him Derek. Early 30s. Unshaven. Always in a sleeveless tank top, even in winter. He had that smug grin you instantly know you can't trust. At first, I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he was just getting settled. But nope. Derek was an unrelenting nightmare from day one. It started with the music. Not just music, bass thumping, ear-splitting, glass-rattling dance tracks, starting at 11 p.m. Almost like he waited until the neighborhood was quiet just so he could dominate it with his trash playlist. I knocked on his door, polite at first. Hey man, any chance you could keep the music down after 11? I've got work at 4 a.m. He smirked, shrugged, and said those unforgettable words. Everyone's noisy round here, chill out. The way he said it, like I was the unreasonable one for expecting a little peace. But it didn't stop at the music. He'd argue with his equally loud, equally obnoxious friends late into the night. His dog, a giant, slobbery thing, would crap right on the patch of grass outside my walkway. Not his. Mine. And of course, Derek never picked it up. Worst of all, he kept parking in the visitor bay, the only spot near our doors, so anyone coming to visit me had to park 3 blocks away. I asked, again and again. Each time, he'd brush it off like I was being uptight. Lighten up, man. It's just a bit of fun. You need to relax. But how do you relax when someone treats your home, your supposed sanctuary, like their personal nightclub? I felt powerless, angry, trapped. And then, one tiny, glowing notification changed everything. It happened on a random Tuesday night. I was setting my smart light to dim mode before bed when my phone pinged. New device detected. Fancy brand portable air con unit. Would you like to add this to your home? At first, I was confused. I hadn't bought a new device. But then it hit me. My lounge shared a wall with Derek's. And guess what sound I'd been hearing from his side earlier that day? A loud humming fan. He'd clearly just bought a new air conditioner. And like the tech-illiterate genius he was, he'd installed a Wi-Fi-enabled smart unit, but forgot to change the default network settings. I stared at the screen. Would you like to add this device to your home? Yes. Yes, I absolutely would. Now, here's where it gets fun. At that time, I was waking up at 3 a.m. for work. I knew for a fact that Derek usually passed out around 1 a.m., probably drunk or high or both. So what better way to return the favor than by using his own brand new gadget against him? That night, at 3:02 a.m., I opened the app, scrolled to his aircon settings, and set it to full blast. 16 degrees Celsius. Fan on high. Noisy mode enabled. Let's just say, by the time I walked out the door at 6 a.m., his apartment was an Arctic tundra. And I did it again the next night. And the next. Every morning at 3 a.m., like clockwork. Sometimes I'd even switch the mode halfway through, on, off, on again, just enough to interrupt his sleep in waves. I pictured him tossing under his sheets, teeth chattering, wondering why his brand new air conditioner had a mind of its own. It became my little ritual. My reward for surviving another day next to Captain Loudmouth. After about 2 weeks, I noticed something strange. The street was quieter. No late-night parties. No arguments through the wall. No bass-pounding music at midnight. And then, a Facebook post popped up in our local neighborhood group. Free to collect, faulty air conditioning unit. Doesn't work properly. Might be haunted. Address, Derek's number. I laughed. Out. Loud. Haunted. I had to screenshot that one. That night, as I walked past his side of the house, there it was, his once proud aircon unit, sitting sad and abandoned on the curb. And I slept like a baby. The revenge wasn't flashy. It didn't go viral. But it was perfect. No confrontation. No drama. Just quiet, relentless inconvenience. He never knew I was the reason he froze every night. All he knew was, his precious $300 toy turned into a waking nightmare. The same way he had turned my nights into sleepless hell. And that made every single click worth it. Revenge doesn't always need to be loud. Sometimes, justice whispers in the cold hum of an air conditioner, and then quietly clicks off just before dawn. I still hear the occasional late-night noise from Derek's side, but it's never like before. And even when he gets loud again, I just smile. Because he'll never know how cold things once got. If this story gave you chills in more ways than one, smash that like button and let me know in the comments. What would you have done if you had access to your neighbor's devices? And don't forget to subscribe for more real stories of revenge, karma, and poetic justice. Because sometimes, the best payback is silent and freezing.